serving northwest North Dakota, northeast Montana, and southern Saskatchewan. You're watching KXMD TV, Channel 11 in Williston.
Good evening, everyone. Our report begins tonight with Jimmy Carter on the campaign trail in New York. Carter needs the state to win in November, so he went there to woo the liberal vote. Jed Duval reports.
The president came here to play to a particular audience, women, being seen with women who work in a large Manhattan garment factory, and talking about women and their rights before the Ladies' Garment Workers Union. Mr. Carter departed from the text of his speech to line himself up with Israel and thus the large Jewish vote here. The issue, what the White House says is an attempt to throw Israel out of the UN.
It would raise gravest questions about the future of the General Assembly.
White House aides said that Mr. Carter, while he did not say so in public, is ready to pull the United States out of the General Assembly if Israel is expelled. The president's aides noted the unsuccessful attempt last week to boot Israel from UNESCO and the threat from various Arab and Islamic groups to act against Israel in the General Assembly. Therefore, they said, quote, it was useful for the president to lay down the line now.
Meanwhile, John Anderson carried out a familiar part of his campaign, telling an audience something they might not like to hear. Speaking before the National Association of Religious Broadcasters, Anderson attacked church groups that are becoming active in politics. Bob Faugh reports.
Telling them he had committed his life to God when he was just 9 years old, Anderson argued that religion retains its authority when it keeps its distance from politics. He also warned the alliance of fundamentalist and Christian conservatives could produce what he called the politics of anger, fear, and resentment.
And I would urge them to pause, to refrain from the political agitation which a few political leaders now propose. For down that road lies civil strife and social tension.
Anderson's statements will be broadcast throughout the nation on Christian radio and TV, and for some viewers, what he said will be hard to swallow.
A lot of them may not be part of moral majority, but they sure support its principles and its precepts and all. So I don't think it helped Mr. Anderson to come out on that.
Well, today a U.S. House subcommittee released a list of 250 chemical dump sites around the country that could be polluting nearby drinking water. Jacqueline Adams tells us why these sites are considered to be more dangerous than others.
They're sites which do not have linings to prevent the chemical wastes from seeping out, and at the same time they are located within a mile of a possible drinking water source. Florida leads the list with 54 locations, followed by South Carolina, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, which each have 20 or more. 5 states list between 10 and 20 sites, and the remaining 26 states have between 1 and 10. The subcommittee admits the report has a major flaw. The information is incomplete and may be inaccurate because some states have done a better job than others in listing dump site locations. Subcommittee Chairman Toby Moffett says the study is not meant to scare citizens, but rather to focus attention on the need for regulations to protect groundwater supplies.
This is not in any way a definitive statement on what's contaminated and what isn't, but we know from our mail, hundreds and hundreds of letters, that people at least want these things checked out, and there was not a process going forward. I think this report is going to spur that kind of analysis.
America's Roman Catholic bishops are making what looks like could be a serious challenge to the authority of the Pope. The National Bishops' Conference today said many Catholics reject the Church's teaching on contraception. But the bishop said these people cannot be passed off as ignorant or of bad will. At the World Synod of Roman Catholic Bishops at the Vatican, Archbishop John Quinn of San Francisco called for a completely honest examination of the birth control issue and a new church doctrine of what he called responsible parenthood. Well, Francesca Stevens will have the weather for you, so please hang around for that, and we'll be back with it as Eyewitness News continues.